Today we're going to talk about the difference between Kenilworth and Wilmette, Illinois, two of the most highly ranked places to live in Cook County. Hi, Paul Gorney here from Luxury Living in Chicago. Have a new video every week. Just hit subscribe if you'd like to get alerted to a video each week. Work with a lot of our business leaders, professional athletes, very active in the real estate market for the last 30 years. Just text, call, email, whatever. Wilmette, Illinois and Kenilworth, Illinois are two of the most highly ranked places to live in Cook County, Illinois, the northern end of Chicago. So Wilmette and Kenilworth, which is better, to live in or for you? You can decide. However, there's some pretty good differences to point out. Both are excellent school systems, of course. However, Kenilworth has a grade school that goes kindergarten through 8th grade. It's called Sears School, one of the most highly ranked schools, in Illinois. And, what goes with that is the kids will, make friends in kindergarten and go through all through grade school with them, as opposed to Wilmette, which they have K through 4. Then they have 5th and 6th at the middle school, 7th and 8th at the junior high, and then they go to New Trier, the high school. So they will go to 3 different schools to accomplish the same thing as the Kenilworth students accomplish with one school. With that, the class sizes are much smaller in Kenilworth, and a much smaller environment, so like a very cozy school. People like it quite a bit. The advantage to Wilmette that I've heard from people that have gone through, including my own kids, is that you have some variation. You start mixing with kids from other grade schools. You meet more people. There's just a little bit more to do. And on the other side, people love Kenilworth because you don't do all that. It's the other extreme where you just stay with the same group and become close friends and have a great little network of people that you hang out with. So it's a pretty interesting difference between the two suburbs. Another great difference is, very obvious, Wilmette is much larger than Kenilworth. Kenilworth only about 2,200 residents, where Wilmette is about 28,000. So big difference in size of the suburb. Kenilworth has, as far as housing goes, Kenilworth has many fewer homes. Currently there's only about 10 homes on the market, about 50 homes selling a year, where Wilmette, over 400 homes selling a year. The average dollar amount typically is higher in Kenilworth. Average home sales price is about $1.6 million. Wilmette's about $900,000. Kenilworth has a section east of Green Bay Avenue that is, where the larger, more expensive homes are for the most part. Wilmette is similar in some respects, but also has other areas of the village, of the suburb, that will have higher priced homes as well. So, Kenilworth just kind of cut and dry pretty much, where the bigger homes are. Wilmette has them in various areas. So, another pretty good difference. Another very big difference between the two suburbs is the infrastructure of the Park District in Wilmette, because of the size of the suburb, is much larger. So many of the Kenilworth activities will be actually in Wilmette. People will come to Wilmette for baseball, soccer, Park District basketball, all these different things, because Wilmette has such a great Park District. So bit of an advantage in Wilmette there. Wilmette also has a great pool. So the pool that I mentioned in Wilmette is a big pool complex with multiple pools, baby pool, full Olympic size pool with slides, so it has everything. So typically a lot of people from Kenilworth will come to Wilmette's pool. Both Wilmette and Kenilworth do have a good number of people who do belong to country clubs, and those have pool access as well. So, but as far as having your own pool, it's Wilmette. So the other thing to really consider, the difference between the two suburbs are the beaches. Wilmette has Gilson Beach, which is very, very large in comparison to Kenilworth Beach, has a sailing beach, has a tennis courts, has large fields, has a dog beach, has a harbor, Wilmette Harbor, where you can put a boat. It's just larger in scale. Kenilworth Beach is a gorgeous beach, has a beautiful lookout. You get a view of downtown Chicago on a good day, but it's just, kind of more appropriate to the size of Kenilworth. Both beautiful. So the difference between the two really is size. The majority of homes that are more expensive are closer to the lake in Kenilworth, where Wilmette has them in different areas. It's just a matter of getting a feel for which is, maybe more interesting to you. Both have a metro stop, which can take you downtown Chicago very easily as well. So, any questions, just let me know. The difference between Wilmette and Kenilworth, as far as the housing market goes, is that the homes in Kenilworth on average take much longer to sell. They typically are selling between 6 and 9 months to sell, depending on the price point, time of year, where in Wilmette, the homes typically sell in about 4 months on average. Can vary between 3 and 4 months typically. So pretty big difference. The homes in Wilmette will turn over more quickly, and Kenilworth just, takes longer. And Kenilworth has multiple price reductions many times, where people will, have their own homes on a long time, reduce the price. Wilmette has some of that too, but it's just a little more prevalent in Kenilworth. Just a little slower market and fewer homes for sale. The difference between Wilmette and Kenilworth's upper end market, housing market, the gap has really become smaller in the last 5 years. Wilmette has built very significant homes on the lakefront, which from the owners that I've spoken to would ask around $20 million for their new homes if someone was interested in purchasing them, even though they're not currently on the market. Kenilworth has had very traditionally a very strong high-end home market, and it continues to be so. It's just that the gap has narrowed in recent years, where Wilmette has really come on strong. So Kenilworth has, currently had some sales between 8 and 12 million. Wilmette just recently had a sale for 8 million, but really the kind of quiet inventory that's not for sale right now, the home prices would be fairly equal in the two suburbs.